Recording. Okay, what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? How's it going today? So, I haven't done a tier list in a while, but I like the comments that I get from him, and I like getting a lot of views. So I'm gonna continue doing them. This one is a little different because I actually created it. Um, so I don't really know like I created all of it. I created the list. I created the things you can put in there. I never done it before. I never done that before. So this is exciting. So basically, what we're doing is a brown tier list. So what do I mean by brown? So brown is like if you're familiar with ween, then you're familiar with brown. Um, it basically means like murky, grimy, sometimes hard to listen to. But it can go into anything, and it's really just how you interpret brown. Um, that's basically what it is. It's how do you interpret brown? For me, it's just like I interpret however I want to. What in the heck is this ad, bro? uh, but yeah, it got inspired by a. I have a group chat with my friends, and it inspired some more talk about it. So I kind of made my own list. Um, so shout out to that group chat. Um, but so here's the tiers I got. And I'd say about 90% of you guys aren't going to get this video. But I'm going to try to make it as entertaining as possible. Uh, that's just how I roll. I try and be entertaining. Um, so we're just going to get right into it. So basically, I'm going to explain the tiers. Brown tier is obviously like the S tier, I guess, which is like the most brown thing possibly. And maybe like it'll as the more I get into it, the more you guys will understand what brown means. So give me a shot, give me a chance. I promise it'll be worth it. I promise. So the first one we got here, brown tier. It's the browniest of the browns. The brown as you can't get any brown than brown. You know what I'm saying? Well, you might be able to with that's not brown. But brown is that's as brown as you can get right here is brown. All right, second tier is kind of like the A tier is grimy, murky. Two more adjectives, grimy like sewage and it's just grimy, like grimy. So that's A tier. Swamp water. I'm not sure if you guys ever been in a swamp. But the saying swamp ass had to come from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So like swamp water is like it's just kind of bad, kind of brown, but it's also kind of like have you ever seen the swamp thing? It's like that. Second is dirt and dead leaves, you know, it's not as brown as like swamp water or grimy murky, but it's it kind of is. And then next thing we got hot spring, which is it's comfortable. That's comfortable. That's like vanilla ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Uh, hot spring is just you go in there and you just feel good. You can let it squirt in you. That's not a pause for a second, but yeah, yeah, hot spring. Okay, we're just gonna get right into this. I'm going to start with something that is as brown as you could possibly get, and that's UPS. UPS is brown, believe it or not. They had the brown truck. Uh, that is definitely brown. I mean, they're kind of definition of brown. Next, we're going to go with the Vince Sevenfold. We're going to put that in hot spring. They're not that brown. They try to be brown. They try to be. They might be a little. I'll do Dirt Dead Leaves. No, yeah, we'll do Dirt Dead Leaves. I think of Veg Sevenfold as Dirt Dead Leaves. They're not that brown. It's gonna be Me by NSYNC. One of my favorite songs. It's gonna be me. I love the song. I love the dance to it, but unfortunately, it's not brown. It's gonna be Hot Spring. Um, I love the song. It's not that brown though, For to me, it isn't. I'm changing this to Hot Spring. It's very vanilla, very jockey, very not jockey, but very preppy. It's just not brown at all. FedEx is like I'm not. I think you FedEx is like UPS's like enemy. So I'm gonna go with not brown on that because if FedEx is the opposite of UPS, then it's not gonna be brown. That's just how it is. Brown album from Primus. I mean, it's called the Brown album. Primus knows what they're doing. Primus knows what they're doing with the brown. Uh, Very good album. You got Sophisticuffs. Love that song. You got some. There's another song out. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Um, Brown album by Primus. Good stuff. And you would probably, if you wanted to check that album out, you can kind of get an idea of what Brown is, from my perspective. Mint chocolate chip ice cream. Not that brown. It's kind of brown, but I'm gonna go with Dirt Dead Leaves because they do have the chocolate chips in there, and the chocolate chips can get kind of murky a little bit, um, and very minty. Actually, you know what? Mint chocolate chip at Hot Spring because like mint. If you give me mint, bro, like that mint is like it gets the brown out of your system. You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as you get brown in your system and you eat some mint, it's like, oh man, I feel refreshed. No, brown is the opposite of refreshed. It's the opposite. So like that's why mint chocolate chip is Hot Spring for me. Typo Negative discography. That is definitely brown. Definitely brown. If you guys ever heard of Typo Negative, it's like black. I don't know if it's black metal. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with the type of metal. I'm not really familiar with metal music, but it's definitely, most definitely brown. Poop Ship Destroyer, yes, especially live from the Peyton the Town Brown. It came from the album Peyton the Town Brown, the live version, bro. It's definitely brown, definitely. Bidet. So bidets are kind of different because they clean the brown from your butthole. But bidets are they're pretty legit. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and put them in Dirt Dead Leaves. So far the list, we're talking like either extremely brown or extremely not brown so far. So like I want to get some grimy murky, which I think these two tiers are really fun, but you know, pooping in the shower. I think this is going to be our first grimy murky. You know, pooping in the shower. It's definitely a brown thing. I mean, it's definitely brown because it makes your shower a lot of poop in this. Imagine that in this tier list. But yeah, pooping in the shower is definitely brown. Definitely grimy murky. Um, it's definitely a brown thing to do. So yeah, Pink Floyd with Sid Barrett. I think it's pretty brown. Pretty brown. We'll go with Swamp Water. We'll go with Swamp Water. I think, yeah, that's pretty brown. It's definitely that tier. Pet Sounds album. Beach Boys. Ooh. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go Grammy Murky on this one. It is pretty brown. It has that. I'm still trying. I finally starting to like understand the griminess of Pet Sounds. Uh, Actually, let's go Swamp Water. I'm gonna go Swamp Water. It's definitely the brownest Beach Boys album, for sure. But like compared to the other brown stuff, I think it's on the same page as Pink Floyd with Sid Barrett. But it's definitely like as far as like brown goes for Beach Boys is definitely there. All right, pumpkin spice latte. Yeah, this is gonna go in Dirt Dead Leaves, and I'm only getting it Dirt Dead Leaves. I'm only giving it that much credit because pumpkin spice latte is kind of like a fall thing, and fall is it's not really that brown anymore, but it was brown back in the day. Before Brown County State Park. Pretty brown. I mean, of course, it's called Brown County, but the way Brown County is though, just because it's called Brown County doesn't make it brown. Uh, just for the simple fact, I see a lot of like, what I'm saying. It's hard to explain, but it's a state park in Indiana. I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love Brown County, but it's clean. It's there are a lot of shops there. They have a freaking water pool or pool in the hotel. I do have some fun times at Brown County for sure. I'm gonna do Swamp Water for Brown County. Turkey Run is definitely grimy, murky, especially Trail 3. Yes, I want it that way, but Backstreet Boys. I'm gonna go with Hot Spring. Um, it's a boy band, so what do you expect? Pinkerton by Weezer. I'm gonna go with Swamp Water. It's not that brown. Kind of brown, not really. The cover's brown, and it's a good album. One of my favorites. But yeah, I mean it's Pinkerton. It's Weezer. Weezer's not really much of a brown band. Sugar Ray Fly. We're gonna go with Dirt Dead Leaves. I've always hated that song. I might get some flack for that, but yeah, I'm gonna put that at Dirt Dead Leaves. Drake. I hate Drake with a passion. Um, I don't even know anything about this guy. I'm sure he's talented in his own right, and what people do like him. I haven't really gave him a chance. I don't plan to. Just one of those artists I don't really plan to talk about or listen to or yeah. Mountain Dew. I have no idea the brown scale on this. I'm gonna go with Dirt Dead Leaves. I guess it's not that brown. It's kind of brown, but not really. So yeah. Pandy Fackler live at Lock-In. Definitely brown. As high as you can go. Cashews. Well, they're high in fat, but they make you poop. So we'll go with Dirt Dead Leaves. Cashews are pretty. I like cashews a lot. They're fire. Scream. Oh yeah. I mean, you gotta go. We'll go with Swamp Water for Scream. I mean, It's like on the. It's kind of brown. It's kind of like that, but like it's a very clean horror franchise. It's pretty clean. Um, One of my favorites for sure. Nev Campbell, mwah, Chef's Kiss. I love her to death. I do miss Stu. They would have been a lot more brown if they kept Stu alive. He was my favorite characters in the whole franchise. Child's Play remake. I like the Child's Play remake. I like Aubrey Plaza. I do like Aubrey Plaza. Child's Play remake. It was pretty good. Wasn't that brown though. So we're gonna go with Dirt Dead Leaves. Riddler and Batman Forever. He was brown, bro. We'll put him in Grimy Murky. Do you guys remember when, like, in that movie? It's one of my favorite movies of all time. But do you remember, like, when the Riddler was, like, getting his ideas sucked out of his head, like, at the end of the movie, and he was, like, getting really smart, and his, like, face was melting off? Like, he was listening to Ween, A Tear for Eddie live at Stubbs when his face was melting off like that. That's what was going on. Autumn, we're gonna go with Swamp. We're gonna go with that. Hang on. We'll go with that because I mean it used to be brown, but I think it's changed. Kimchi. I love me some kimchi. We'll go with swamp water. Actually, it's not that brown at all. We're gonna go with dirt. Well, kimchi is cabbage, and like really good spices like garlic, it can be brown. So we'll go swamp water. It has potential. Elden Ring, I think this is one of the brownest video games ever. I mean, it really is. I think it's grimy. It is grimy. And then finally Skeletor. Skeletor is awesome. We're gonna put him in swamp water. He's I love his memes. He's just a great guy. He's just a great bad guy. Um, he's pretty grimy. He's like, just imagine living in that castle, man. Like, it would be such a terrible, terrible time. All right, UPS Brown. I agree with that. I'm gonna bring this back here. Brown Album Primus, yeah. Typo Net, oh yeah. So I'm pretty confident in the brown tier. I think these are all pretty brown. So if you want my definition of brown, then that's how you would go. That's how you would get it. Is if you go to these things right here. Grimy Murky, Pooping in the Shower. That's pretty brown. Took you around. Yep. Weirder on the Batman Forever. He was pretty brown. Elden Ring for sure. Pink Floyd. I'm gonna move this up. I'll keep that there. I like this. FedEx, Bidet, Pumpkin Spice Latte. These are all pretty accurate. Autumn, Child's Play. Now, if I put fall here instead of autumn, that's more of a brown thing to me, you know. Sugar Ray Fly, Mountain Dew. These are pretty accurate. These are pretty accurate. I think I'm going to. Think I'm gonna. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. All right. So I know this video probably, raised more questions than answers, and I'm sorry for that. But at the end of the day, that's kind of brown of me, right? So if you don't understand brown, I get it. I understand. This video probably won't do that good, but it's okay. I'm doing it for fun. It was fun. I had a good time. I'm kind of a rush because I have to go to work, and I still have to shower, so I kind of rushed through a little bit. And there's not really a lot to say about it. I think this list speaks for itself. So leave a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff, and hope you enjoyed the video. All right, peace out.